If Diablo had a tower defense spin-off, it would probably look something like Deathtrap. I recently picked up Deathtrap on sale real cheap for Steam, and I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I have been. Deathtrap is a hybrid tower defense game and hack and slash RPG, and it feels great. It accomplishes both of those genres very nicely. You can choose one of three characters. You can be a sorceress, a mercenary, or a marksman. And each one of these characters has their own kind of playstyle and their own arsenal of special abilities and skills. I chose the mercenary, who he's kind of just this brute. He has this brute strength, and he carries these giant axes and warhammers and heavy weapons. He can stand to take a beating from the hordes of enemies, and he also has some magical abilities, like he has elemental attacks that he can learn. He starts out with this ice move that lunges forward and freezes people. Later on, he can learn fire and lightning spells and more. Of course, the sorceress relies on magic. She has projectile attacks, and then the marksman has crossbows, so he also has projectile attacks, which actually makes for a little bit of an easier experience, I would say. After playing through the whole campaign as the mercenary, I tested the waters with the other two characters a bit, and I was like, I should have chosen one of these, but who knows. So if you've ever played a tower defense game, you know that you're guarding this base, this kind of, in this case it's some sort of crystal portal gate thing. You have to protect it from these hordes of hellish creatures that are coming towards it, coming down multiple paths in most cases. And so your job is to protect your base by setting traps along the different paths, and also in this case, fighting the battle yourself with this character at the same time. There are multiple types of traps you can set, from ground spikes and poisonous traps and flames coming out of the ground, to summoning spots where you can summon these awesome werewolf-like beasts to fight for you. You can have archers posts where they fight for you as well. You can have mechanical turrets, kind of magical obelisks that shoot energy balls at bad guys. You have different elemental traps, a whole big variety of traps. You actually won't even probably unlock all of them your first playthrough of the campaign. You'll have to keep on playing to kind of unlock everything, and that goes for character abilities as well. Your character has a whole big variety of skills and abilities they can learn, and you'll have to kind of choose wisely and develop your character how you see fit for your play style and your strategy. One thing I appreciate about these levels themselves, which I've seen in some tower defense games, but a lot more of them should probably include this, is the ability to speed up and slow down time as you see fit. It's one of really my only complaint on the Kingdom Rush series, for example, is that some of these levels are super long. You might be on it for a half an hour, and I would really like to be able to speed it up a bit. So the ability to control time a little bit is a very welcome feature in Deathtrap. In between levels here, you're going to have the option of upgrading your character and your traps. You can also visit a shop which you can buy better equipment for your character. You can sell items and buy new ones, very RPG-like. And in fact, you'll be picking up loot. You'll find treasure chests at the end of each level, and most levels, if not all, have kind of secondary objectives. So it's not just surviving the swarms. You might have to venture off of the beaten path and find these other monsters kind of lurking out on the outer bounds of the level and go fight them to pick up additional loot. Or maybe you'll finish a level without using a certain type of trap. Various kind of secondary challenges you can take on to win more loot at the end of the level and get better equipment for your character and so on. The main campaign took me about 5 hours to play through one time, but like I say, you're going to want to play through it multiple times. You're going to want to try out the different characters, and more than that, you'll just need to continue playing even with the same character post-game on increased difficulty levels and with different challenges in order to really see your character's full potential and level up and unlock all of the different traps and skills. The art design is really good on this game. Everything has a very dark and just ugly, hellish kind of feel to it. You feel that these monsters are really horrific and they are coming out of basically the depths of hell. It doesn't say that explicitly in the game, but how the story goes is that there are these portals where these monsters are coming in from some other place. These dark creatures are coming and invading the world through these portals. Kind of sounds familiar. Anyways, the atmosphere in this game is dark and brooding and really nice, actually. All the different monsters have their own visual style and their own unique look and feel to them, and there's a good variety, and it's all very interesting. The sound design, the music is really intense. It'll have you really immersed in the feeling of this game. It's just super intense. It'll get your heart pumping. I can say less for the voice acting. There's some really cheesy dialogue, but I could live with it. It's nothing much to complain about. I'm getting a little bit picky here because otherwise I really love this game. There are multiplayer modes. There are co-op and competitive multiplayer modes you can play online. I was not able to test these out. The game does seem to be pretty dead right now, but if you can get a buddy to hop on this game with you, I think you'll have a good time checking those out. In addition, as if having multiple playthroughs at different difficulty levels and different challenges to keep the game refreshing and full of content wasn't enough, you have user-generated levels on this too. It fully supports Steamworks, and there are hundreds of user-made levels for this game. So really, you can keep on playing this for years and years and years and have new content. Really crazy, really cool. As I say, I did not expect to enjoy this game so much. I do enjoy tower defense games, and I do enjoy hack and slash RPGs. Put the two together and you get Deathtrap, and they did a really great job really representing both genres to the fullest and doing a great job incorporating both of those genres into something new. Check it out, guys. It is called Deathtrap. It's on Steam. You might be able to get it cheap on one of the Steam sales or on a third-party site. Do be sure to check out the link below for Humble Bundle. I'd appreciate your support. So check it out, guys. Deathtrap, awesome game. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will do my best to keep them coming, and I'd appreciate if you give this video a like if you enjoyed watching it, and leave me a comment too if you have any criticisms, suggestions, questions, excuse me, or would just like to say hi. I'd appreciate that too. I'll see you on the next video.